Morning, friend. It's been a little while, hasn't it? This is the right way. I hope you're all doing well this morning. Looks like all the levels are correct. We're ready to start. Hello, hello. Ooh, falling from the sky. What a way to start. Yeah, it's been a little while, huh? Today is Friday the 24th of August. The last stream was on Monday. I've been having some stuff going on in my life, so been a little bit busy. Been able to keep up with the streaming, unfortunately. So it was 3 days in a row not streaming. I made a point of making this stream because I won't be here on Monday also. Let's drop this down a little graphically. Monday is a bank holiday and I'm on holiday on the bank holiday. And so I won't be here on Monday either. But yes, as I say, been a bit hectic few days for me. So just been trying to, yeah, I didn't want to not stream, but I haven't really had a whole lot of choice, so. Hello, Shorts S. So you know what I want to do is some more work around the base here of this area, and probably over here too. Like that is, what is that? Like, you'd be happy if you saw that in your adventure map. Don't think I would be. Oh yes. I was wondering why it looked different, and I've installed the new textures. So actually, let's have a look at what things look like. So, actually, looks like the contrast has been increased on the sandstone, interestingly. These have a finer grain on them. I'm not actually convinced whether or not I like this more. The gold armor looks better for sure. Let's go on a little tour, because why not? See what's changed. I think the leaves here look kind of worse actually. They've increased the contrast on them, which makes them look more tiled. I mean, they already looked kind of tiled, quite heavily tiled, if you know what I mean, like this same texture over and over again. But I think it looks even worse now. It's unfortunate. I think stone looks pretty much the same. I think it's slightly different, but I can't really tell. Yeah, not a huge fan of the new jungle leaves. Those are jungle leaves too, or are those just a different kind of leaf? I think these are all jungle leaves then, actually. Yes, it's a shame I built the entire build out of jungle leaves, in hindsight. Sand. Looks okay. So I think what they tried to do with the new textures was to normalize the contrast, so to take some contrast out of the blocks that had super high contrast, things like I think obsidian. In fact, a lot of the blocks in Minecraft didn't have much contrast, and I think they've tried to add more to them. But I don't know whether that's worked for a lot of them. I think the sand looks okay. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not going to complain about the sand, really. The wood looks kind of good, actually. I think the wood looks good. I don't know if they have changed it slightly, added a bit more contrast on that. What? That's not supposed to be there. Let's get rid of this. 7, mask stone. We'll just go pop, pop, pop. Get rid of this random freaking rock. Hopefully I didn't hit anywhere else with a random rock, because that could do some damage if it actually hits something. It's a good job it hit nothing. I think the thing with the higher contrast stuff is that it while it looks good up close, it changes the dynamic of larger builds and kind of takes away from the build and draws the attention more towards the individual object in the build, which is not necessarily what you want. But look, yeah, that looks better. That's much better, much nicer. Yeah, I definitely prefer that one. And we have snow. Looks, yeah, it looks better. It looks more like snow. Again, no problem with the contrast on those. They've just kind of made them a little bit less pixely. Yeah, looks good. Looks the same. Down here we have glowstone, which I think is one of the things that does look better. And yes, there we go. That looks a lot nicer, like way cooler. Let's just go through here. Oh, it's so pretty, this little cave here. Spruce bush. Out we go. These are other leaves, dark oak leaves. Not as bad as the jungle leaves. You can see there. Look. It's very plainly the same boom, 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 boom tile over and over and over again. Not very impressed. Oh, is this granite? I think that looks better, doesn't it? Yeah, the granite looks much nicer. That's much more reasonable, and so does this diorite, is it? A lot less pixely. Little bridge here looks kind of the same, I think. The wood looks a little bit less pixely, which is good. So the two main changes they seem to have made is to make things less pixely and to make them, in this case, in the case of leaves, more pixely. Now I guess I don't know what will happen. Let's turn the graphics back onto fancy and see. I think with fancy graphics maybe they look a little bit better. Don't know though. I mean, those still look the same. Mossy cobble. Oh, it looks way better. That's much nicer, the mossy cobble. You may be the only one watching. I don't know. The only one enjoying me exploring the semi-new textures. I guess you guys have probably already seen more, which may be why nobody's interested, but I don't care. I'm here to have a look. Or what about the emerald blocks? The same, right? Yeah, it looks much the same. Alrighty, so let's have a look over here. Check out what is this one? Acacia. Still looking quite grey. Nothing really changed too much. Yeah, looks good. Looks fine. Nothing, no complaints there. Spruce leaves. Yeah, I think it looks good. No complaints for me on the spruce leaves, I think. The oak leaves, can't really see them. Endstone is a good question. Endstone looks much the same, I think. Yeah, not really, yeah, almost not changed at all. In fact, let's have a compare with cobble and see if they're still opposites of one another. Yes, I think that's true. Yeah, I would say they're probably still inverted images of one another. Let's have a look through here. I think the stone looks nicer. That's the main thing I'm getting. The stone looks nicer. The dirt looks just the same. It's kind of weird. got some carpet down here. Looks the same. Wow, what was I doing with my roots back then? This was not... This is such an amateur tree compared to the others that I've built more recently. No, I can't make Thanos. I'm not... Like, that's kind of a big commitment, and I'm not willing to make a giant commitment for that at the moment. Yes, cool. Concrete, I would imagine, looks identical. Yeah, I can't see any difference. It's just the plain block, of course. Up here. So here's some trees, actually. Yeah, they look fine. Nothing wrong with those. Oh, the flowers. That's kind of a big deal. What do the flowers look like? Those look good, actually. Those look a little bit better, I think. Here we have mushroom blocks, which look just kind of fine, I think. Nothing wrong with that. Terracotta looks about the same. Mushrooms themselves look pretty much the same, I think. Oh, the stem block changed, though, didn't it? Yeah, it's kind of stripy now. I'm not sure if I prefer that or not. Kind of hard to see on this one, though. Maybe we can find a different one that has a better stem. Those are not mushroom block stems. There we go. Kind of stripy in the opposite direction. I'm not sure if I like that, actually. So the shape of the mushroom blocks before was kind of bark-like, like the lines were going upwards, and now they're going across, so it's kind of a big change. I guess it's okay, though. I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah, that looks okay. This was white concrete again, and we got the black stained glass here. Of course, stained glass looks different because of the mod that I'm using, the Shaders mod. So over here we have lots of bone blocks. Bones look pretty much the same as far as I can tell. Yeah, bones just look just the same, I think. I think magma looks the same. These look nicer, don't they? I mean, I did like the old style, but these look a lot warmer, friendlier. Here we have... Oh, interesting. Is that glimmering? I feel like reflections on it. It looks like it has reflections on it, but I think that's just a glitch. So that's quartz, and it looks quite a lot more different than the bone now, I think, maybe? No, maybe not. What's that? What? Strange shadow behaviour right there. Very odd. So yeah, there we go. It's I think mostly we're good. I don't like the way the new leaf blocks look, though. Like, they look good up close, but as soon as you get far away, they're not looking good. So that's unfortunate. Alrighty, so we're going to go back to the workplace I'm working on. Just need some work at some point too, doesn't it? Actually, it's been kind of not done. Back over here. So, in the news today, and yesterday particularly, old Donald Trump, good friend Mr. Trump, is saying some things as usual, and it looks like perhaps we're approaching endgame for Trump's presidency. We're going to kind of see, I think, whether or not he... I'm just kind of loading a map, and I should probably be focusing on what I'm going to do. We're going to see whether or not he can essentially become a... Well, I mean, he's not going to be a very good dictator if he does manage to, shake off the bonds of normal responsibility, because he doesn't have a lot of support. So, he doesn't like have the support of the army or the or even really the Congress, so it may be that the Republicans choose not to impeach him, and that he kind of remains. I imagine there will be a flip. The Democrats will win the midterms, and then Donald Trump will just be sound and fury for the rest of the time that he's in office. It is concerning. Well, not concerning, but I mean it's interesting that we're approaching what appears to be a new stage for him. I'm going to make a little cliff area here, because why not? Just going to build up here just a little, and maybe take it over a little. You can get some grass on top, and it will just be a little bit of more of a feature instead of just bare stone here, which is a bit weird. I mean, it's not going to be an exciting feature, but just going to make it a little bit nicer. See if we can kind of build it up even more, actually. So just, I'm going to push it, join up these two areas here, actually. So the flowers actually look much the same. I'm not really noticing any difference in the way the flowers look. Is probably for the best, because I mean people have used the flowers so long. Poppy looks a little bit different, but I think they changed the grass too, but I can't really tell. It's good, I suppose. The grass kind of looks quite similar to how it did. There we go. It's a little bit more exciting. We can get a couple of trees on there, or a tree at least. So let's get a little tree on here. The tree, dark oak. Yeah, I guess so. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe we can kind of get it back a little. Get it down there. Yes, more like this. Yeah, that's much nicer. And jungle bushes. Get a couple of those. Get one down there. Oops. I think jungle bush doesn't damage the grass because it's not a normal thing. You can't normally get a jungle bush. I'm not sure that there's a proper mechanic for it growing in the Minecraft engine. So it doesn't deal with... Oh, it's quite nice actually, this little kind of inlet way up. I almost want to kind of make it... Maybe we could bring this down to here and kind of make this kind of a separate section. No, I'm going to do that. So we're going to do that. B R sphere air 3 mask grass 18 17. Oh, that might be the wrong thing. Whoops. Yeah, it's not. Definitely not 18 17 either. Think about it. So that is 38, and we also have 37, 37, 38, and 31. So let's do that. 37, 37, 38, and 31. And this will just let us real quick just strip the surface off here so that we can kind of get down there, because we don't want to use our brushes on the stuff that is not the actual surface. And I think I'm actually going to put 18, 17 on there so we can get rid of these guys too. Destroy these trees. Put them back very easily, so no worries there. No more butter. You've run out of butter. Oh, sad times. So let's do the lift. I'm going to take the lift brush now. I'm going to lift it, and I'm going to try and join this line down to here. And so that's a fairly easy ask. I'm just going to lift until it looks like it's joining. And you know what? Let's get rid of some more of this stuff. In fact, let's make this brush a little bit bigger. Let's go pop. Just get rid of that. And I might even save this brush actually. Foliage killing brush. Let me just save this real quick. I'm just going to save it so that I can easily pull this back if I need it. Alrighty. And let's go back to our lift brush again. Gonna lift. Kind of lift through here as well. How have you been this week, Tokay? So you haven't been able to chat with you at all, so. So that looks cool, a bit too high in the middle. Let's see if we can lower that down. But we can just use the other brush, the gunpowder here. Oh, gunpowder has changed shape, look. It's a little bit different looking now. Again, they've gone with this more blended look instead of the kind of pixely look, which I think is right. It's definitely the more superior effect. Use a smooth brush on here. Smooth this in. And then I want to kind of paint this with stone, so let's do that. So let's do a B, E, no, B, R. Sphere, stone, 3, 2, mask grass. Hello, Swizzlers. How are you this morning? I'm doing okay. Not so great actually. I haven't been streaming for a while because I've been kind of you know, stuffs, the real life and stuffs. How are you? So I'm gonna try and pull over the top here, just to give it like an overhang. So to do that, I'm gonna do a lift brush again, and we'll just quickly. In fact, I think I already have the lift brush selected, so I'm gonna pull over the top, and this is gonna make it way oversized, but we can kind of deal with that. Yeah. And then I think what we can do is we can do this. I guess we just do it by hand actually. Not too much effort. This sound's changed actually? No, maybe not. Surely they didn't change the sounds in the new texture pack. Resource pack, sorry, they're calling them up. I know you can't change your sound in a texture pack anyway. Thank you, friend. So we're just gonna, yeah, get that down there, and then we need to work on the top here. Replace this with some stone, try and make this. Good morning, Yuri. Thank you for following me, friend. How are you this morning, Yuri? I'm sorry I've been away. Real life been playing up, and yeah, been kind of busy. Oh, Chipster, hello, friend. How are you this morning? Assuming you are indeed here and not just hosting me remotely. I don't know how exactly Mixer works. So that gives us a little bit more of an interesting area there, and it forces us to walk through here, not for any particular reason, but because it's a little bit more interesting. That's good to hear, friend. So I'm gonna... I think maybe we can get some vines along the edge here, could be cool, and some more of the dark oaks kind of leading up into the woods. I may want to clear out a little bit more space here so we can kind of smooth this a bit more. In fact, let's go for a smooth on here. So it's a smooth brush, and we'll just take this over. Oh, is that right? Who's your team? Exactly. Because I'm still not super clear on who is what and what is who in this world of Mixer. Would you like me to show you around a bit, Swizzlers? I'm always eager to take a break from hard work of clicking on blocks to have a fly around. I can show you, see what's loaded at the moment. So this whole other area over there is, this whole area here is built. It's just you can't really see it at the moment. I can't have the full load on, and also the, okay, well it's not playing right now, but MCBC. I'm not very clued up on the whole Minecraft community at all, apparently. No, it's easy to explain, Tokay. It's because the player's camera, the camera is actually in the player's chest, looking out, and so when you're holding it next to your body, that's what you're seeing. Like, imagine that the eyes are in your torso, and that's why. So yeah, I was going to go for some vines along here, and we'll just let them kind of hang down, which is what vines do, I know. It's not really a groundbreaking proposition, but we'll get some trees on top as well, yeah, so I'll do that. Be doing that now. So let's go for somewhere here is the hang on, I'll just type that out. So we go for B, tree, dark oak, and then we can just quickly snipe these in, and we get a couple of those, and maybe one more there. I just want to check that they're not too regular, which I think they are. Like, it's just like a nice regular line of trees now. So let's try and kind of cluster them instead. So get a couple down here maybe instead. So there, they're clustered now, and we have this gap in the middle, which I think looks a little bit more natural. The character's head is, well, I mean, you don't think. Whoops. How do I look at my character? I don't know how to look at the character, apparently. Oh, there we go. You don't think those eyes do anything, do you? Some characters don't even have eyes, so... Pretty sure they are not of any use. That said, the head does swivel when you move around, turn around, so it is a good question. Alrighty, so we get the vines over the edge. They'll hang down nice and regular / irregular. I don't know what I want actually. Maybe vines can be too regular is kind of a problem with vines, so I'm just going to try and place them a bit irregularly so that they don't all hang at the same kind of, just a uniform curtain looks kind of bad. Alright, so I'm just gonna, this looks dumb as well. We've got a lot of stone kind of exposed, so we'll fix that. Hello, Slimy Boy. How are you today, friend? I did see you earlier, but I think maybe you got bored of waiting for the stream to start. This one here. Now you can definitely overdo vines, so I'm going to be kind of careful about that. Since we're doing this area, let's kind of check what's back here. Oh, it leads up to here, doesn't it? Down into the cave here. This is pretty. If you like reflections and stuff. Can't really see too much, but it does look kind of cool. Just vines. Actually, maybe we can make this a little bit more like a nicer, more inviting shape. Actually, let's just bone meal this real quick. Bone meal there, or a tree maybe. Let's get tree. So B tree. We do dark oak. I think I already have dark oak on the brush, don't I? So let's just use that. Okay, well that didn't work. Too big. Let's get a little one, please. That's an even bigger one. Oh, it's hot, really? In the UK, it's cold now. Like we're getting like an actual cold snap coming. It's going to be actually. I'm going to have to put a jacket on and wear a coat. Well, not at the same time, but you know what I mean. It's getting actually cold. Cool. All right, so let's make a little bit more of a more kind of inviting track up this way, because at the moment this is like real rough terrain. I think it's okay immediately here, or maybe not even here. Well, let's use that brush that I made for clearing the foliage, and we'll just clear a path and kind of explore space here. We can obviously just put these back really easily. They're not just quick world generated things, so I can just real quick get them back. I guess we're getting rid of this tree now because we are going to have some floating vines, which I wasn't really planning on. So I can probably get rid of the vines. Yeah, number 106. So let's just real quick. I've got a mask here. We'll just add 106 to it. So that is 37 and 38 are flowers. 31 is long grass. 18 and 17 are trees. And 106 is the vines. And now that should, yeah. So now we get rid of the vines as well. So apparently I'm just going to clear this whole area now because it seems like the easiest solution. And we can kind of make a nicer thing than what was already here. Oh, I can't target the vine blocks there. That's kind of a problem actually. Whoops. That is a kind of an interesting issue. I guess we can just set them to a place. I want to 6 there. You open your window at night? Oh, clearly you don't live. Yeah, I wouldn't dare open my window at night. Someone would climb in. What temperatures you get to? I guess kind of reasonably warm during the summer, right? Whereabouts in Canada are you? You must be. Oh wait, I know. I've got this. Somewhere in the south, because that's the only place in Canada that people live. All right. Alrighty, so I can kind of see the route here, and it doesn't look as bad as I thought it did. But this is ugly. Oh, what was that? Selected an invisible block in the air there. Weird. Oh, there. What? What the heck? Oh, I know what it is. I was seeing the selection, that's why. I don't know why, but it's not visible sometimes. Alrighty. So I'm just going to make this a nice, smoother area, actually. So let's see how we can do that. I'm going to try using a flat sphere. So this is a trick I haven't used before, and we're going to see how it works. We're going to experiment together. BR sphere. Air. Let's try 10 to 2 and see what happens. Oh. Okay. Apparently you can't specify the shape of the sphere. I guess that simplifies our problem then. I will not be using a sphere. I'll use a cylinder. Cylinder. Air. 3. And I'm just going to use this. I can just use this to kind of clear away a little bit. Oops. 2 hours north of Edmonton, Alberta. Is that like a general that way or that way? I know so little about Canada, unfortunately. But okay, fair enough. Not the south. So I was a good guess though, right? I mean, I was pretty close. Alrighty. I'm gonna just let's clear this track here so that we get a little bit of a path kind of leading this way. Oh, West Canada. Okay, so I'm completely. That's totally not what I was imagining. You must be rare out here on these internet parts. We have some from. We've got a viewer from Jerome is from Reunion Island, which I think is my rarest viewer. I don't think I've ever even heard of anybody from Reunion before, so not the most unique viewer, but definitely a rare one, I think. Yeah, Ontario is where I was thinking of, I think. It's basically that part where it looks like, I mean, obviously it's not America, but, you know, it looks like it, but it ought to be part of America if you look at kind of the rest of that north-south line that divides Canada from America. I mean, obviously it's not America, but... Okay, that's a much nicer, smoother area through here now, which is cool. Oh, 3 million. Okay, no, fair enough. That's... I guess I know nothing about Canada, clearly. Apologies, friend. You can make a wild guess about where I live. I bet you'll be right. Yes. Cool. So I'm just gonna... I think we can put some grass over here. So I'm gonna do BR overlay. D1. No. B overlay. Because it is a voxel sniper brush, and we'll use that. Just let us put some grass over the top, which will be loosely hiding the fact that it's stone directly underneath, but I wasn't intending this to be the digging kind of adventure, I think. I don't know whether I am, but... Germany. Oh, no. I don't know what it is. People think I'm from Germany. Can you not tell from my accent? Do I sound German? Ich spreche Deutsch, aber ich bin nicht ein Deutscher. Ich bin nicht Deutscher. I didn't want to make... I'm not a Berliner. Ich bin ein Berliner. No, I'm not in Germany. The world is lost? So, just gonna fill out this grass a little. There we go. That's a lot nicer, I think, actually. Considering this is an area where I'm expecting the player maybe to be walking. I do want them to be like an inviting route, so that's kind of that mapped out. And I wasn't saying anything very exciting to OK. I was saying that I'm not German, and then I said was it Kennedy said Ich bin ein Berliner, and what he really meant was Ich bin Berliner, because Ich bin ein Berliner means I am a donut. Which is kind of funny. Yeah, I'm from England. That's right. I'm gonna do a bunch of trees on top, I think. So we'll go back with, how do I want to do this? Maybe I don't want to do the big trees, actually. Let's make just a few small ones. In fact, we could do a couple more dark oaks, because I quite like the way the dark oaks look. I know I'm going dark oak mad here, but the tree, dark oak. And boom, there's one. That's kind of cool. Yes, cool looking tree. That one's no good. Don't like. Better. Much better. Let's see if we can get one in there. Yeah, good enough. I live near London actually, or kind of in London technically. I think not very far in London, but I can say that fortunately fairly safely because there are so many millions of people who fit that description. I think there are more people in London than there are in most countries. In fact, almost all countries have less people than London. My favourite number? 7, because it's magic, I think. So let's get some more bushes, I think. Jungle bush. It is both. I mean, that's kind of the way of London nowadays. We don't really have any new constructions, new towns near to London, but oops. But yes, it's an old town that is now built up new, which doesn't really give away much. If you're trying to stalk me, that could be anywhere in London, fortunately. Okay, cool. So that looks a bit too inviting now. Certainly without some grass on there, so let's bone meal this. And I can at least kind of make it a little bit less obvious. I don't want it to be too obvious that you're supposed to go this way. Definitely get a couple more trees in there as well, so let's grab some small jungle. Small jungle. Is that a default tree or not? I'm not even sure if it is. I can't really remember. Clearly I haven't been playing Minecraft too much because I'm pretty sure there wasn't small jungle as a tree back when I used to play survival. I haven't seen a generated Minecraft world in ages, to be honest. I'm just playing on this super flat, so don't really know. That's cool though. So we create now 2 different routes that the player can see. Yes, they can go off the road if they want, but it creates one route down to here. So that the player can see this, for whatever purpose that is. And also through here. Not sure where exactly this is going, but it looks kind of cool to have that there. I suppose it comes up to here. A little temple here. Which, now that it's overgrowing a little bit, is looking pretty good. Magpies are evil. Ravens, crows are, well, not evil, but cruel. They're very smart, but they're also cruel. I once saw a man. I lived in a place in London. I suppose I can tell you it's, because I don't live there anymore, it's Norbury. And there's Norbury Park, where crows hang out, like loads of them. A bunch of crows are always there. I used to walk to work through the park most days, or well, walk to the station to go to work. And I would also see the crows, and the crows were hanging out, whatever. And I would sometimes see this old man. And this old man, you know, he was old and he was angry. He used to mutter stuff under his breath at me when I went past, and he had a big dog. And yeah, he would mutter stuff like, I've got such a big dog, don't fuck with me, man. Excuse my French. But yeah, he would mutter stuff like just whatever he was thinking, really, under his breath. Anyway, I saw him one day being bullied by crows. Oh yeah, no, I live near to London, but not actually inside. Yeah, he's been bullied by the crows anyway. So It's so, like, I mean, how you can be socially outsmarted by crows is beyond me, but he was. And he was like standing there just like shouting at the crows, getting real mad, and get him, he's saying to the dog, and the dog's running around having a great time playing with the crows, and the crows are like crowding in around the guy, like squawking at him, trying to wind him up. It's real interesting to see, I suppose. I'm kind of sad for the guy, as I say, getting socially outmaneuvered by bird brains. Yes, I think that looks nice. Welcome, welcome, birdhouse for sale. Yeah, magpies. Isn't there? You have swooping season, right? In Australia, is it? Where the magpies just assault, like they just attack. Something goes, something clicks, and it's like the birds, and they just attack you, right? Yeah, London's kind of cool. It's actually not the oldest city in the UK, although they like to pretend it is. So I think London was, I don't know if it was founded, but certainly it was made into a thing by the Romans as Londinium. But I mean, after that, it kind of died away in importance a bit. It was just kind of a big town. I mean, it was important, but for a long time, you know, it was kind of the UK was divided into lots of smaller kingdoms, and so it wasn't like it was a central hub of control. And in fact, the control was in the north for the longest time. Or not for the longest time, but for a long time. The control of England lay in the north, particularly in York and in Lancaster. That was where the real power was, which is kind of interesting considering that we now have the opposite case where all of the power is in London and there is no power in the north. This is still too flat here. Like, it's so flat. What? How did I not notice that? Let's solve that. A real quick fix. So let's just do that real quick. Just a bit of grass in here. Yeah, and maybe some dirt underneath some of this. It's kind of a dirt block. I don't have any. And this maybe. Yeah, that breaks up better. Definitely grass on here too. If you do get a chance to visit the UK, I suppose London is obviously the first port of call for everybody. But I don't think it's not really the UK. Some people seem to think. I've heard Americans before. Oh, you're from England? Oh my gosh, I love London! As if London and England were the same place, which I think in some people's minds they are. And on top of that, the United Kingdom and England and London being the same place is also a bit of a mistake that some people make. Which I mean, it's understandable mistake to make, but I think it's quite rich culturally, or at least varied culturally. I don't know about rich. Culturally varied between the north and the south, and Scotland certainly is different from. It's Chipster. Is he living in UK? Actually, don't know Doody apparently. Alrighty, that's looking kind of good. I don't know what I want to do with this area down here. I think I put sand on it, but I don't really know what else to do with it. I can just leave it. Looks a bit weird, just as is. Suppose I could kind of grow some more grass down here, maybe? Let's grow some grass down here, I think. In fact, let's make this into like a little feature. Because I have some time. Oh yes, I think I remember that actually. No, I was going to say yes, because you live in London-ish, but that's not true, is it? Oh, Luton. That's kind of London-ish. I'm trying to... Luton is where the airport is. That's My geography is just fantastic. It's no wonder people say to me, they stop me in the street and they say, Imgal, I've seen your stream, and could you tell me where the post office is? I think I made up the first part, but you know, people are stopping me to ask me directions, so you know my geography's great. Tourists just stop you where the kangaroo. Oh, I love tourists. No, I don't love tourists, but sometimes tourists ask the dumbest things, and it's fantastic. I've been asked where Buckingham Palace is in so many times. I mean, being in London, obviously you get asked where Buckingham Palace is, but I've been asked where Buckingham Palace is by people who've been dozens and dozens of miles away. Like we're talking about the outskirts of London, and they're like, where's can you give me directions to Buckingham Palace? I'm like, no, like it's 20 miles away. It's in the centre of London. We're in Richmond. Like, get on the tube and go to London. So this is kind of, I'm kind of digging this actually already. Maybe we can do something here. I'm imagining maybe we can get like a little archway and then a staircase up underneath. So let's see if we can do that. So I'm going to lift out this way and out this way. And we'll see if we can make some kind of a little archway. We get a little bit of an archway and it's kind of chunky, so let's see if we can... I'm just going to make a staircase in here. A little bit of a staircase. Where are the kangaroos anyway? What's the best way to see kangaroos in Australia? Because it's something I have no idea about, personally. I mean, it's not the #1 thing I'd want to see. I mean, they're just kangaroos. Just roos. Mate. It's not a shrimp on a barbie, is it? Hello, Mr. Easy. How are you today, friend? It's been a little while. Nice to see you again. Oh gosh, my face is like dry. I think I washed it this morning. I don't think I put... I haven't cream on my face. I haven't done my moisturising routine. I'm gonna get old and dry before my time. Look like I'm 56, but I'm only 46. I'm not 46, by the way. I'm not even... No, I am closer to 46 than I am to 0. That's a sad realization. Ah, no worries, friend. Oh, is that right? I'm very familiar with Mr. Easy. That's cool. He was very welcoming and accommodating when I first joined Mixer. Actually, I think he was my first viewer on Mixer, so that's nice. No, I know you don't put shrimp is not even it's the prawns, right? But I know it winds up the Australians real bad if you say shrimp on the barbie. So I was told this by Kiwis. They reliably told me if you want to wind up Australians, just say shrimp on a barbie, mate. It's kind of a big chunky arch at the moment. Let's just keep whittling it down a little more. So yeah, I'm just gonna chunk off a bit more. Got to be a bit careful not to end up with kind of stripes, vertical stripes, which is a danger, of course. It's always a danger when working by hand in Minecraft, is that you end up with these very simple geometric shapes because they look kind of pleasing to the eye as you're making them, but then you realise after the fact that they're not the right shape. That's a little bit better, I think. We can grass over the top of this. I will do that. I think I'm going to do it by hand because otherwise we'll spill onto the ground. I don't really want that. I'm just going to try and... No, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to do an overlay. the overlay, deep one. Grass is the target. And we'll just do that, and then we can go down. We can put sand over the bits that spilled. And there we go. Let's get it even down there a bit. Yes, and let's do sand now. So I can take sand there, and I'll just pop some sand over the top. And we'll get rid of some of that grass that's lying in places where it shouldn't be. And actually, I do want grass there. Cool, cool, cool. Take a little bit out of here. Through here. Should create a little bit more of a inviting way to walk. I don't know what's going to be down here. This is just a kind of a route down to the base here. We could definitely have something here though, couldn't we? That would be cool. Yeah, so this would be a route, a new route for the player to explore. I wouldn't want them to be able to swim up and climb up from below. Lock that up actually. It's kind of weird, doesn't it? So actually, it looks like they can't climb up from below here. No, I don't think they can. They could climb up here, maybe. Yes, they could definitely climb up here. But I don't want to spend too much time on the mechanics of actually building the level. I don't care. If people want to scale it, it's fine. It's not exactly like a difficult route, is it? So let's... we've got enough time to do a little bit more. So I'm just going to put some trees on here, maybe? I need to be careful as I'm doing this, because obviously the main thing here is the attractiveness as a I just want it to look attractive. I don't really care. That's the number one thing, of course, always in Minecraft. It's supposed to be a nice looking thing, so I do need to be careful not to obstruct the large scale build for the sake of small scale build. So if I put trees here, it's going to obstruct from this angle, but no, maybe I don't want to obstruct it from that angle. Oh, this flower field looks a little bit different now that we've changed the texture pack. Actually, still nice though. Yeah, no, actually, I think we're okay. I think obstructing here will be okay. If we just do it here, maybe. Tree, dark oak. That's right. Go with one of those, maybe. Yes. And then maybe some bushes. Maybe we could do something that's kind of a related ruin here, actually. That might be nice. Or, actually, why don't we do something... I'm not used to these new blocks. Why don't we do something actually down here? We could make like a little archway here. Could we do it? I think we could. It's going to take a little bit of reshaping of this. Let's go down there. Nah, and then I guess I'm going to have to go straight diagonal, because with man-made builds you can't really make them super organic in shape. It's kind of a necessity for Minecraft. So that is diagonal there, and we got how many blocks? 1, 2, 3. So 3 blocks in between here. So let's get another one in there. And let's bring this down a little so that it's kind of a bit more symmetrical. And then we can maybe try to make... Got some other blocks we can use here. So maybe one of these. This maybe. It's quite heavy top, but you know what? Maybe we can make it work. I wonder if we could do. Could we do something like this? I don't know what that's gonna look like. Oh, that's a weird shape. Can we do ziggy-zaggy like this? Ziggy-zaggy. That. What does that look like? Looks a bit weird. Whoa. There are some weird effects. Of course, it can't have... gosh, some weird effects with the half steps and the way they... the stairs and the way they join. Oh, it looks bad. Get rid of that. Bad, bad, bad. How about we just leave it like that, actually. And just build this down a little. Maybe up in the middle. Like that. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool, actually. Doesn't need to be overdone. It's a small build. We only have a few blocks to play with on it, so I shouldn't overdo it. Just a little touch of extra detail goes a long way. Yeah, that works quite well. Oh yeah, I was gonna go for some bushes maybe. Whatever, jungle bush. Just type it. Don't need to be too lazy. Actually, that's just completely untrue, isn't it? As if I'm not too lazy when it comes to using the brushes. Maybe 1 or 2 up here. And I guess bone meal across the middle. Yes. Cool. Yeah, we didn't obstruct the temple, which is important. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually swap over here on options. So I'm going to swap graphics over from fancy, and I'm going to put render distance on extreme. And then as we're working on the center here, we should be loading in the rest of the level that's around the place. So I want to do something here that's kind of cool. I'm trying to decide what. So like a cave here is definitely what I want to go for. I kind of want it to be exposed though, so maybe we could have like expose it here and maybe push that down. Let's do that right now. Let's push that away so that we're not kind of fighting with that, whatever that thing, that feature there is for space. Just gonna push it down, so we just go away you. So a little bit more room there to play with, and then I think we can kind of open up this area here maybe. So here's how I'm going to do it. My favourite technique, BR, sorry, for World Edit Brush, Rock, Air, 390. And then what this is going to do is create kind of a semi-random cave. Which is kind of what I want right now. It's dark right now, but then we're gonna reach the surface, and there we go. Boom. Okay, so that's kind of what I wanted, but not also kind of not what I wanted. I wanted it to be higher, so maybe we can get it here instead. There we go. Let's just open that up a little more. Let's see if we can get some light in here. So I'm going to grab torches real quick and we'll just light it a little. And just so I can see what I'm doing. Don't want to have to swap to the different shaders so that I can actually see. Which is the other option. So this is way too large in here now actually. So let's fill out the base with sand, I think. Nope. ER cylinder, sand 3, mask air. What this will do is just let us fill out all of the airspace down here with sand. And that's my intention, so we have kind of a sandy floor to this cave. It should create, I think it's going to create something kind of cool and quite natural looking actually. So that'll work. Bring this out a little bit more. And through here. That. Not sure what this is where I'm going with this at the moment. Maybe I'll have a stroke of genius for. I don't know, maybe. I'm about to be completed on my time here anyway. So after I'm done here, I'm going to have a little look around and call it a day, I think. There we go. Go out here. A little more sand. There being sand there blocking the doorway doesn't really make sense. I mean, rock kind of does, but not sand. There we go. That's kind of cool. I don't want it to be jumpable up, and it is not from this angle. It will be jumpable down. Or to jump down, I should say. Jumpable down. That is some great English. Anyway, so here we are. Center really starting to kind of come together now. And yeah, the rest of the build looking pretty good. Area here might need a little bit of attention. I don't know. I remember I built this the other day, didn't I? It's kind of cool now that the vines are hanging down. Get up there. No, I kind of planted loads of stuff where you're supposed to climb up, but that's okay. So this area here, looking a lot more interesting, exciting, less rough and random. Caves. Still pretty cool attackers for that one. This beach here probably needs some more attention at some point. It's quite rough, which I'm not sure if I want. That could do with a little attention too. I think it's a bit underwhelming. Did I put any lily pads on these? No. Let's do that real quick. Oh. Kind of weird that I wouldn't have done that, actually. Can't be doing without. Yeah, there, you can't all be facing the same way. Yeah, good enough. Cool. Loaded a bit more anyway. I still haven't loaded the mountain. I think the mountain is difficult for it to load. I don't know why. I'd like to load it. Let's do. Alrighty. There you have it. Review again on the main viewpoint here. What we're looking at. And there you go. Ta-da! So, still a small section to be done over here, and I think we're nearly done in the middle there. Ah, yeah, you can see the how do I zoom in? See the new little pillars that I put in there. Cool to use the zoom actually on when you've got like such a long distance like this. It's really cool to be able to like zoom in and see things. Alright, I'm gonna head off. Thanks everybody. I hope to see you next time, which won't be on Monday, it will be on Tuesday because Monday's bank holiday and I'm on holiday. So bye everybody. Bye. Oh, I'm just ahead, I didn't realise that. Apologies. I've made myself my shoulders as well. Bye.